Good morning, everyone. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Oral Reports. Well, everyone, Mother's Day has arrived again, and I got something very special to talk about. And it's something that you'd, never expect on a day like this. Pokémon. Now, you may be asking, what could I possibly blog that involves Mother's Day and Pokémon? Well, believe it or not many people know that there are several Pokémon out there that are mothers themselves. For example, there's the parent Pokémon Kangaskhan, which carries its young in their pouch, and for those who have played the Kanto games or watched Pokémon Origins, there's the ghost of Marowak, which is said to be the mother of Cubone. And in the TV series, Ash helped his Lapras reunite with its mother in the Orange Island season. And in the Johto journeys, Brock helped a baby Stantler reunite with its mother. However, today, we're going to go back to the Sinnoh region to look into the 13th Pokémon movie, which stars a Pokémon mother who can shapeshift. Released in Japan on July 10, 2010, and on United States television on February 5, 2011, the movie is Pokémon Zoroark, Master of Illusions. Now let's get started. Ash and his friends are on their way to the annual Bakker World Cup, where Pokémon battle each other. Arriving in Crown City, the children find the city is being attacked by a trio of legendary beasts under the direction of businessman Grings Kodai, who is using the destruction as a cover for his true goal: finding time-traveling Pokémon Celebi. To save the city, the children must expose Kodai's true intentions. So, what do I think of the movie? Well, some say that the number 13 is a very unlucky number. However, in the case of Pokémon, it isn't, because I think this movie is very underrated. But to further explain why I enjoy the film, let's move on to Mustang notes. Now, this is the only Diamond and Pearl series movie that is a standalone film. The movie's fictional setting of Crown City is based on Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Speaking of which, this late summer, I'll be going to Amsterdam, Holland, to celebrate my 29th birthday. Anyway, by looking at Crown City, it's fairly large, and it has an advanced section near the city limits. But a section in the middle of the city is called the Old Town, which is cut off from the rest of the city by a body of water. It also has old-style houses with trees and wild Pokémon spread throughout it. The old section also has many waterways going through it. Also, it was said that years ago, a disaster caused all the greenery to die off and made Celebi leave. However, with the help of the humans and Pokémon living in the city, they worked together to regrow the flowers and trees. Although they succeeded in restoring the greenery, Celebi did not return until Ash and his friends just happened to be visiting the city for the Pokémon Bakker World Cup. As for the animation, like the other Pokémon films I've talked about, the animation is absolutely flawless, and the technology in this movie is very futuristic. I also like the many different Pokémon featured in Crown City. Also, some parts of this movie give me Pokémon Forever flashbacks. However, unlike in that movie, where Celebi can time travel whenever it wants, in this movie it uses a portal called a time ripple. These portals last for approximately 1 day, and it disappears when Celebi touches it. The time ripple is an invisible rift that allows for instantaneous time travel, but they can be made visible to the human eye for a short time through the use of foresight. Plus, they provide all the necessary energy for Celebi to be able to time travel. Also, there's a sport in the movie called Bocker, but it's not really important to the movie's plot. And while I'm not too much of a sports fan, I think this game looks pretty hardcore. Also, the ending song, I Believe in You, sung by Aaron Bowman, is very inspirational. Also, remember when I said that I'll be celebrating my 29th birthday in Amsterdam? Well, believe it or not, but the day that this movie got a DVD release here in America was the day when I turned 21. Yeah, that sort of information may not be such a big deal to most of you, but to me, it is. Anyway, now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our hero, Ash Ketchum, is voiced again by Sarah Natochenny. To me, Ash is a skilled Pokémon trainer, and I'm happy that he and his friends help Zorua reunite with its mother while they're on their way to watch the Bocker tournament in Crown City. Plus, I like that Ash uses his other Pokémon, like Infernape, in battle. Next up is Ash's best friend and partner, Pikachu, vocalized by Iku Otani. As always, Pikachu is a great Pokémon, and I like that it, along with Dawn's Piplup, sticks by Zorua while they're looking for its mother, Zoroark. Joining Ash in this movie are Brock and Dawn, voiced by Bill Rogers and Emily Jennis. Brock is still a good character, even if his flirting gets really on my nerves, but his breeding skills make up for it, like when he bandages Celebi. Plus, I like that Brock uses his Krogunk and Sudowoodo in battle. As for Dawn, well, in this movie, she's kind of a Mary Sue, always throwing morals. And, of course, she doesn't like it when Zorua transforms into her. Plus, her Piplup is pretty cute, but a little clumsy at times, and I like Dawn's other Pokémon like Mamoswine and Togekiss. And of course, we have Team Rocket's Jesse, James, and Meowth, voiced by Michelle Knotts and Carter Cathcart. In this movie, they don't really do too much, aside from snooping around Crown City, plotting to capture Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, along with Zoroark. Our main character, Zorua, is voiced by Eileen Stevens. Zorua is a Pokémon related to Zoroark that can use weaker illusion powers. It is desperate to reunite with its mother, whom it refers to as Meema. In the middle of the movie, Zorua befriends Celebi and accepts its help for looking for Zoroark. Zorua, afterwards, makes an effort to help protect Celebi and the Time Ripple and stop Kodai. To me, Zorua is very clever, mischievous, a bit sneaky at times. Even its giggle is pretty eccentric. But underneath it all, Zorua is really adorable. Our first supporting character in the movie is Carl, voiced by Wayne Grayson. Carl is a newspaper reporter from Crown City who is investigating Kodai's secrets. In my opinion, Carl is very smart when it comes to investigating things. Plus, I thought it was pretty hardcore when he caught Kodai's confession on his camera. Plus, I think his Bronzor is very handy when lighting up dark tunnels and helping Zorua when it was in the form of Celebi. Next up is Rowena, voiced by Bella Hudson, who previously voiced Margot in The Power of Us, Lady Eileen in Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, and the Witch from Little Longnose. Rowena is a cool and intelligent young woman who initially appears to be Kodai's secretary, but she is in reality, an undercover reporter working with Carl. To me, she's equally as memorable as Carl. However, while she was Kodai's secretary, she was secretly looking into Kodai's secret files, which she shares with Ash and the gang after she saves them. Next we come to the villain of the movie, Gring's Kodai, voiced by Sean Schemmel. Best known as Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and Lucario from Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Kodai is a wealthy businessman with the power to see into the future, which he obtained by stealing the energy from Celebi's time ripple 20 years ago. Despite pretending to care for Crown City, Kodai is in fact a psychopathic and sadistic man who cares little for Crown City and its people. Plus, I think his Shuppet and his Miss Magius are really threatening ghost Pokémon. Next is Kodai's bodyguard, Goon, voiced by Mark Thompson, who got to be in Pokémon Forever and The Power of Us. Now, Goon is completely loyal to Kodai, going so far as to ignore the effects of Kodai's various crimes. He's one of the few people Kodai seems to trust, as he is fully aware of Kodai's evil nature and dark secrets. But Kodai still does not trust him with everything, as he was caught by surprise by Rowena's betrayal while Kodai foresaw it. Goon's loyalty extends as far as him having, a violent, destructive streak, much like his boss, though his actions are more business-like, and he lacks the same cruelty Kodai often enjoys showing. However, I do think his Scizors and his Ninjask are really badass bug Pokemon. Next we come to Zorua's mother and our title Pokemon, Zoroark, vocalized by Romy Park. Zoroark is a Dark-type Pokemon abducted by Kodai. She rampages through Crown City in the forms of Raikou, Entei, and Suicune due to Kodai blackmailing her with her baby Zorua's safety. Near the end of the movie, Zoroark helps Celebi stop Kodai and protect the Time Ripple by casting one of her illusions on him, which tricks him into thinking that he's captured the Time Ripple's power for himself. When Zoroark collapses from exhaustion after helping Celebi and the protagonist stop Kodai and protect her baby and the Time Ripple, Celebi repays Zoroark by restoring her energy with the Time Ripple, reviving her. Now let's talk about the three legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, since they're all here. Now, unlike their roles from the Johto games, I Choose You, and, a few other movies they were featured in, they are known as the Guardian Protectors of Crown City. Plus, I think they have a different color pattern on them. Finally, we have Celebi, vocalized by Ri Kugimiya. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Unlike the Celebi from Pokémon Forever, this movie's Celebi travels through time to visit Crown City. The last time it appeared prior to the movie was 20 years ago, when it was attacked by Kodai and his Shuppet, who was after the Time Ripple's energy. In the present day, Celebi and its Time Ripple are once again targeted by Kodai. In the middle of the movie, Celebi befriends Zorua and helps look for Zoroark. Celebi also has the power to make flowers magically bloom, as well as turn the flowers into edible, fully ripened fruit. Now let's move on to my final words. Overall, Pokémon Zoroark Master of Illusions is a really underrated movie, and after seeing this movie again, I start to enjoy it more since it is getting me hyped to go to Amsterdam, Holland this summer. Plus, this movie is worth watching for the Mother's Day weekend. Ash and the gang are very memorable, as well as Pikachu. Carl and Rowena are cool supporting characters. Kodai is a very abusive villain. Raikou, Entei, and Suicune are badass legendary beasts. But the best characters overall is Zorua and its mother, Zoroark. If you folks haven't seen this movie yet, be sure to check it out. As for my rating, I give it a 99% out of 100. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me again next time, where we look into the newest Pokemon movie with a talking Pikachu. Mustang Power. Oh, and have a happy Mother's Day, everyone!